Hi, friends. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here with me. I'm currently sitting in the woods beneath my house. I really love this forest. It's so I don't know, it feels very like a fairy forest. It feels so deep and like a forgotten, lost forest. I don't know how to explain it. It's so mossy and dead in a way, and I find it very, very calming. I truly feel that as humans, we need guidance right now. We need a clear brain to function in this very, very stressed, distracted world that we're living in. And yeah, coming here, it really does clear my mind. I've actually made a deal with the forest that when I am very dysregulated, please call me. And then I get the urge to go outside into the forest or just hiking in nature or hugging a tree or whatever the fuck. Actually, I don't really hug trees, and I kind of want to begin, but it's just, yeah, I like to touch them and really feel them, but I don't really hug them. I don't know, I just don't do that. I really appreciate when I see that people do that because they're deeply rooting, and as humans, we need that rootedness right now. Oh my god. The collective is going through some very, very distressing feelings these days, and it saddens me because we're so deeply connected. I just filmed a video about using our imagination to connect with life again, connect with ourselves, because I believe that that is like a huge thing that as humans have to be aware of now, that we need to regain that relationship, nurture that relationship with our imagination, because it is the source of creation in all ways. Everything comes from imagination. It really is beautiful because we don't grasp or even see the significance of our ability to visualize. Well, it's a fly trying to make a nest in my ear. And I just want to really cherish that part of us because it's really, really beautiful that we have the ability to visualize. We travel to different dimensions and we don't really realize it. It's kind of funny. Humans think that they're just like humans living life, running around, going to work, making money. It's just like, you're, no, we're a bit, yeah. It's kind of funny though, right? We don't really understand what we are. And I can feel like that's kind of like what everybody wants to know, but we're just like so exhausted by life that we don't have the energy as humans to even think about it right now. But I mean, we need to make time. We need to integrate that disciplinary act of awareness and really working on ourselves, but maybe not from like I need to fix myself point, but really like of a curiosity standpoint to meditate and be more in nature and really do things more slowly. I think we rush through our breakfast, we rush through brushing our teeth, our workout, our way back home from work, journaling. It's just like we rush everything. And when I notice myself doing that, I take a deep breath, I roll back my shoulders, and I get back to myself because I don't want to live my life that way. And now that I've become now that I've gotten into the habit of rushing through my life, I really need to be more intentional and work on my way to regulating that and getting back to the baseline because I don't want to live my life that way. When we are under constant stress mode, it's actually really, really, a really dangerous place to be in. Because if we're constantly in sympathetic mode, then our cells think it's danger all the time, and it's over time it's going to lead to some sort of disease. It's just like the recipe. That's how disease is created in the body, by being in that mode all the time or too often, not being able to regulate or shake it off as animals do. Just constantly living in that state is like extremely, extremely dangerous for us humans. So, yeah, this is actually a very important message for humanity because it is that serious. It is. But we don't have to get scared about that. We can actually do that in a very, very beautiful way by just like, okay, well, I know that this is what's going on. And the way to really make a change is by firstly being aware. Like, okay, we're aware that this is going on. And yeah, it's overwhelming to change that because changing a habit is always hard, but As humans, we're habitual. It's kind of like we're just this walking computer that has programs. And to change ourselves, we need to reinstall new programs. And it's not always that good feeling, you know? We're emotional beings. We have a lot of energy currents rushing through us at all times. We need to not identify with them. We need to actually allow ourselves to be in discomfort without assuming it's dangerous. Because it's not, it just is uncomfortable. And I'm not saying this from a standpoint of I'm this perfect human who always does this. Like, no, I do this all the time too. The reason I'm speaking about it is because I recognize it within myself and I feel this on such a deep collective level. But we are so like detached, disconnected. I mean, we cannot be detached, but we're in this frequency of disconnection right now because we are. And to regain that connection with ourselves, we need to get in touch with ourselves, use our senses, create things with our hands, feel into our feelings, be more playful, being more engaged with this world. We need to rethink and redo our relationship with our phone and this constant distraction no matter what it is. I even see it on social media, like people are so tired of this like snappy content, short form content. I mean, of course, we had to reach this point somewhere along the journey. I mean, it's kind of funny because all these things that are invented by humans, in the beginning, we abuse it. We don't regulate our relationship with it, and it becomes really toxic. And then we feel sick, and they're like, oh, we actually have to like have a healthy relationship with this thing for us to actually get the benefits from it, because there's so many benefits from social media and all these things, but we just have to have a healthy relationship with it. That comes with everything in life. Balance is the answer to everything. If I could get that tattooed on my forehead, that would be really nice. But yeah, it really is the answer to everything. It's not complicated. It's a simple truth, and just by reminding ourselves of that, just slowing down, taking deep breaths, looking ourselves in the mirror, feeling our feelings, opening up our hearts, and then regulating our relationship with our phone and regaining that relationship with our imagination, our life is going to come together again, and we will find a lot more meaning, a lot more purpose, a lot more connection. When we start to feel more connection with ourselves, that will be mirrored in reality, because reality is a mirror to what is going on inside. So when we begin to feel more connected with ourselves by all the little things that we do, oh man, our life is going to flourish so much. And that's what's kind of fun about this matrix, is that it really is the inner game. We will forget and we will get lost and really look for it on the outside, because that's just how humans are conditioned, because the outer reality is very seductive and it's completely valid and completely understandable. But when you have cracked the code of the game and you begin to work on that inner work and realize it doesn't have to be hard, even though we're conditioned to believe so, I think viewing it as a fun thing, your perception is everything. When you begin to view the change you're about to make as this fun thing, it becomes a lot lighter. Because if you perceive this work as hard and exhausting and, oh, I don't want to do it, like if you wake up every day and you are dreading doing your meditation, just change your perception. Tell yourself that you're excited to sit down, connect with your soul, visualize, imagine things, connect with your breath. Like, it's fun. Why are you telling yourself it's not? Change your perception. Oh, it's so cool that we have the ability to do these things. I'm deeply grateful for this human experience, because it's really teaching us this like dualistic experience. We're so completely lost, like everything is because of the mind. We're all trying to escape our own mind. It's not possible. We have this crazy monkey mind going on 24/7. Some people have a very intense one, and some people have one that's like very subtle, because they're very integral in their life. They don't spend time thinking or analyzing every shit that is happening. They're just integrated in life, and I found that so beautiful. So when we begin to detach from our phone, connect with ourselves, do all of these things, wow, that is what's going to change this world. That is the answer. And I find that so beautiful because honestly, it takes the pressure off. I feel lighter by knowing that. If everybody works on itself, understand that coming back to the real raw humanness of who you are, that is how we heal the world. That is how we change. I find it deeply beautiful. I find it deeply beautiful. Oh, I love the smell of incense. Been really connecting with scents lately, especially incense and then also flowers. We have a lot of rose bushes in my garden. I've been thinking of drying some rose petals and make some type of herbal blends. I can make tea. Also, would be fun to try to smoke it. But yeah, I think that was my thoughts on the matter. And if you felt any resonance or any connection to what I just said, please share your thoughts down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. And make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And yeah, thank you for listening to me chat about this. I hope I see you around. Ciao, ciao.